Hello everybody and welcome to another episode from SK Diecast Talks. Today here we're going to do a 1:18 unboxing and a quick review. So this is a pretty old casting. When I say old, it's about 3 years old. This was manufactured in 2018. This is a Motormax 1:18 Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. So this is the car that I'm going to unbox today. I picked this off a fellow collector in Bangalore, and the box is pretty beat up, but I'm all right as far as the car inside is okay. So here you can see the box very clearly mentions that this was manufactured in November 2018, came into India in 2019. So like I said, the box seems to be pretty badly beat up, but from what I could see within the box, the car seems to be intact. So let's open up the box and let's see how this car looks, and let's do a quick review of this one. Okay, so now I have unboxed the car. But the car seems to be very dusty, probably because there was a lot of breaks in the box. So I'm sure dust has gotten through. So you can see how dirty the windshield is. I'm suspecting that these might be scratches that might not go. I'm not very sure. The whole body is dusty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly do a cleanup job. And then we will start with the review of the car. Alright, so I have cleaned the car. I just sprayed it with some soap water and wiped it down with a microfiber cloth. So it looks pretty neat. All the dust is now gone. I can just see a few scuffs on the front windshield, which is okay because I know what I was getting into when I bought a model like this. This is a used model. So I was definitely expecting some of the stuff, so it's not a big surprise. But overall, the car looks neat enough to be put into the display, so it's not very bad. Probably I'll be giving it a quick polish, and then I think we should be good enough to put that into the display. So now let's take a quick look at the car overall. So like I said, this is the Motormax 1:18 model. So let's take a quick look on the different aspects of the car. So let's take a look at the front end. So what I noticed in the front end was that the headlights, that is the first thing that came into my mind. So the headlights seem to be very poorly made. There is no bulbs inside. They've just put this the Y-shaped thing that is there inside. Would have been nice if there was some kind of a bulb or something or the other inside, which isn't actually there. So which is very surprising because Motormax usually puts up these things. I have another Motormax model for a side-by-side comparison. So you can look at this. This is an Diablo GT from Motormax. So you can see the headlights are pretty nice in this. So there's the projector bulbs that you can see inside. Wondering why they didn't do it with this particular model. There is no bulbs whatsoever inside. So the second thing that I noticed was the mesh that is there over here. So it's not actually a proper mesh. It's just an imprint that has been done on a plastic insert over here, which is not very bad though. If you look at it from a distance, it looks kind of okay. But once you move it a little up close, you can see that it looks very childish. So I'm just wondering what happened to the usual Motormax quality, which is always there for the price that we pay. Typically this retails at about 3,900 approximately. There are some models of Motormax which goes to about 4,500 to 5,000 bucks or something like that. But on an average, Motormax prices their models just below 4,000. So I've always considered Motormax to be a value for money kind of a brand. But this is a little, I'm just wondering what happened over here. Why didn't they pay much attention to these small details? There's a small indent in which the logo is stuck over there. So which looks kind of neat. Nothing to complain about the logo. Otherwise, I think the front end looks kind of butch. It looks nice. Moving on to the side profile. The side profile has come out pretty neatly. There's no complaints over here on the side except for a couple of things. So the first and foremost is the air vent that is there over here. If they had painted this a little black, it would have looked pretty nice. There would have been a depth of field that would have been created. But it's okay when you look at it from the sideways. Seems to be pretty okay. The mirrors are made of rubber, which is a nice touch. So don't really have to worry about the mirrors breaking off. So they're pretty flexible mirrors, which is a good touch. As far as the wheels are concerned, you can see the wheel over here. One thing is that they haven't actually put the brake caliper as a separate part, So it's just printed as a part of the disc itself. So you can have a look at it over here. You can see that it's just a print on the disc part itself. Very unlikely, because if you take a look at this older model of Motormax, so you can see that the brake caliper itself is a separate part. You can see the black caliper over there inside this wheel. So something has gone wrong somewhere here. Probably they're cutting some corners. Probably they're doing some cost reductions. I don't know what it is. But I can definitely say that the quality of Motormax has come down with this particular model. And the same goes for the rear end, So once again, those plasticky inserts, which has a mesh imprinted on it, doesn't give a very nice look. But it, like I said before, it serves the purpose. The Lamborghini logo that is here, or the Lamborghini that's written over here, is paint. Doesn't look like a decal, so that's a nice part. However, again, the tail lamps, if you see, there is a plastic on top of the tail lamps. Again, there is no detailing within the tail lamp. There's no color. At least a glass that is colored would have given a nice touch. Look at this ones, right? So you can see that even the reverse lights has been very nicely made on this model. But I don't know why they made this model like this. So there is no coloration given to the tail lamps. That would have definitely made the rear end look much better. And I think we already looked at the side profile. The other side though, not much different over here. Now coming to the base of the car, there is absolutely zero detailing on the base, which is again surprising, because the older models of Motormax definitely did have some kind of detailing that was available, which is for example, once again, I'm moving back to the older car. So you can see here, there was at least some details that were there. This one is just a plastic plate that is there on the base. So there is zero detailing whatsoever on the base. Also, I think Motormax has done away with the working suspensions. So the older models actually used to have working suspensions. So you can look at this. The suspensions work all around. Over here, it's not there. So it's just it just sits as is. Probably the working suspensions would have given a nicer touch to the whole thing. Last but not the least, let's take a look at the engine bay. So the rear, the glass on the engine bay looks neatly made, feels a little premium. But the moment I open it, there are zero accents over here. Generally, there is a Lamborghini that is written somewhere in the engine bay, which seems to be definitely missing. There are no silver accents except for this one. It would have been a nice touch if they had made these crossbars silver like it is in most of the other brands. I've seen the similar car in Veli, as well as I've seen it in I'm not sure whether it's Burago or Maestro, but they do have one of them has the same model. I saw that it was actually finished much better. So just moving the car in for a closer look, a very rudimentary and very basic design of the engine bay. No accents whatsoever. Little disappointing, but if I close this and take a look at it, feels a little nice, but once you open it, I think that feeling just goes away. A quick look at the interiors of the car. So let's take a look at the car interiors. I'll just open the doors quickly. So there you can see it's the seats are orange and black, pure plastic, no seat belts, nothing whatsoever. It's just plain seats. The door accents are also very basic, very rudimentary. Now it just has the door handle in a silver paint, and rest of the accents are just plain plastic. And the same goes for the dashboard as well. Even the AC vents that you see within the car, the dashboard has no highlights. It has nothing. It's just plain black. The AC vents are once again just printed on the plastic. There is no paint or nothing that has gone through. Of course, there's no gear shift because this car is actually a paddle shift car. You can see the paddle right behind the steering. And as far as the gauges go, it's just a basic sticker that has been put over there for the gauges. The steering functions. So you can see the steering responding there. Not fully though, but still there is some kind of a response, which is fine. So the interiors, I think, are a little plasticky, which is to be expected from this price range. All of Motormax models are like this. So the models are pretty plasticky inside, which is still fine. But I'm a little surprised why Motormax did not put in any accents on the dashboard or anywhere else. And most of the Motormax models has the basic details like the seat belts, etc. So this one seems to be a very odd one out. So that's the overall review on the car. So the wheels are slightly flimsy. I'm assuming that it's because of age, but it doesn't sag. It sits pretty well when I put it on the table. It rolls pretty well. There's no problems whatsoever over there. Now here is my final thoughts on this particular model. I think Motormax has brought down their quality. Maybe they're trying to cut costs. I'm not very sure. I think I like the overall finish on the older Motormax. I like the detailing in the older Motormaxes that are there, especially this particular Lamborghini GT, Diablo GT that is. I think, but still, I'm not going to complain much because the price is at a very sweet spot, lesser than $4,000, and I was lucky enough to pick this up at about $3,000 or slightly lesser than $3,000. So it was a very nice deal that I got from this collector in Bangalore who was giving this away. So I'm definitely not going to complain because of the price factor, but I'm definitely going to bring on the record that Motormax is definitely losing quality. I hope that they wake up and do some better work on their models because there's quite a lot of fan following for Motormax in India. I can see a lot of 1:18 collectors opting for this brand because of the sheer affordability. And I think they also have a nice range of subjects. So you can see in the display behind the red Buick that is there. That's also a Motormax. That's a Buick Skylark convertible. Very, very well made. It's one of the older models. So this took me a little by surprise, but I'm still not going to complain. I'm pretty happy with it, especially because it's a very affordable car. And I don't have an Aventador in the 1:18 scale. So I'm pretty much happy to add this to my collection. So if you observe anything else on these models, please do leave me a comment. Do like and subscribe for my page. That really encourages me to make more videos like this. So that's it for now. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.